Joseph Kruger. All right, where are we on this case?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. So just as background, I got appointed right as court was ending last time. I don't know if his first attorney got sick. We received an offer today. So I guess we'd ask for a plea deadline date. I just want to meet with Mr. Kruger at the office, go over the video, discuss the offer, and we'll have a decision by next time.
How much time are you asking for?
A month.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset on Joseph Kruger?
That should work.
That's spring break time. Are you okay for March 12th?
Yeah, I don't have any plans, Judge.
All right. So once your client signs the reset form, you are excused.
Thank
And
you.
your client, you need to stop sleeping in court. Do you understand?
Flashback.
Yes. Joseph Kruger? Kruger? Let's hear this. Return this afternoon. Is that you? What's your name?
Yeah, there you go. All right, here we go.
And let me tell you, he was asleep in the back. Mouth open.
All right.
Radio and Mr. Dirty Esteban, she's filling out her retrial version application.
End of flashback.
Why are you sleeping in court?
Because I'm doing a lot. My wife passed away due to cancer, and just doing some things which is stressing.
All right. I'm sorry to hear that, but here's the thing. Do you want me to do a drug test today? So guess what? When you come back in next time, don't be sleeping in court. And you should probably go do a sober support meeting, because allegedly, what would you be positive for?
Weed.
And what else? You want that drug test now? So other than weed, allegedly, what else would it be? You know, I use the term allegedly. What else?
You're saying marijuana, man. I'm not saying it because I'm doing other kind of drugs.
All right. So here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to take care of his drug issue wherever he needs to go to take care of that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Who's here on Griselda Rosales? Most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir. You don't need to, yes, I have, of course, don't find.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I think the court got a very good look at the case. He's applying for probation, Your Honor, and we're asking that the court file that plea. I know the court had mentioned and implying that you were probably inclined to do GPS monitoring. Obviously, he would prefer, the defense would prefer not to have GPS monitoring. And if it is for a term, judge, allow him some relief if he's doing well to not have it for the full term.
All right. Do you have any children? What are their ages? And I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So all right. So you were 16 when you had your first child? 15? All right. So when's the last time you had full-time employment? Doing what? Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to turn the video into a positive thing. I have to get police.
All right. How far did you go in school? Okay, and what are you planning on doing after that? Do you have any trade certifications? Okay.
Okay, years I didn't have a job, so I proceeded. I've been really, charges, I was getting homeless. All over.
Okay, so here's the thing. We're just addressing this issue. Okay. Okay. All right. And if you're released, who would you be living with? Okay. Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. I'm going to do partial GPS, waive fees, and the partial GPS is for employment, and that's going to be for 6 months. If there are no issues, then the court will consider removing that. So whether that's removed in 6 months or not is completely up to you. There is to be proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Take in consideration 2023 CR 10268 and 2024 CR 3168. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. If you obtain your journeyman's license, then that will be deemed satisfied. So the choice is up to you. Do you want to use your community service hours to better yourself, or do you want to pick up trash on the side of the road? Because that's what they'll have you doing. You understand? There's to be no residing with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Judges are gonna be a TAP or any additional classes.
All right, there'll be defensive driving so you can learn the code. All right, we can do a TAP evaluation out of custody. For restitution, if any, but I'm going to set it for a date for us to come back. And in that date, when we come back, if there's no restitution that is being presented, then no restitution will be ordered.
There you go. Good judge.
So we're going to recall this for a restitution hearing.
So set for a restitution hearing. This was the bench trial we had a couple weeks ago. There was a restitution hearing on the cases that were dismissed. We don't have Mr. Kruger. Again, he's in Guadalupe County, and I don't know what I don't know what the state intends to do.
State on Kruger?
There may not be restitution though. We reset it just to determine that factor.
All right. Do you know about the restitution?
Is staring down the possibility of life in prison. What started with a fight after a child was scolded at a family get-together ended with Kruger stabbing and killing his stepfather.
His trial lasted 1 week, with his attorney arguing self-defense, but in the end he was found guilty of first-degree murder. Back in May of last year at a home near 63rd and Baldwin, that fight quickly escalated, and Joseph stabbed Mark Kruger in the chest. Joseph gave him CPR until medics showed up, but Mark died on his way to the hospital. He had initially been charged with second-degree murder, which was later bumped up. He'll be
Tonight, a man is sentenced to life behind bars for killing his stepfather. Joseph Kruger was found guilty last month of first-degree murder.